morning, and welcome to WWES TV.
My name is Rachel.
And my name is Isabel. And today is October 8th, 2018.
We have no birthdays today.
However, we had 2 birthdays over the weekend.
Happy birthday to Cameron in Mrs. McCool's class.
Happy birthday to Evan in Miss Wagner's class.
We hope you both had an excellent birthday.
Happy Columbus Day.
This is the day we celebrate Christopher Columbus settling in the Americas in 1492.
Today is also National Tag Day.
Have a fun game of tag with your friends at recess today. Tag, you're it.
And now, here's Julian with the words of wisdom for this week.
Good morning, Washington Woods. This is Julian with a few words of wisdom. Every week we pause and listen to the wisdom of others. We do this because it's important to educate our minds as well as our hearts if we are going to become successful human beings. Now listen to what Ben Franklin has to say. Without freedom of thought, there can be no such thing as wisdom. In other words, our freedom of thought allows us to think of our choices, and because we have this freedom to think of ourselves, we can decide what's really important in life, what's right and what's wrong, what's wise and what's foolish, what's responsible and what's not. In a nutshell, our freedom of thought allows us to make wiser choices. Today, exercise your freedom to think before you choose, and you'll choose more wisely. With something to think about, this is Julian. Make it a great day or not, the choice is yours.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday to you. Hope your weekend was a great one. Thank you, Julian, for sharing those really important words of wisdom. How much do our little our choices, big and small, affect us every single day? So taking that time to pause and think about the choices that you are about to make, or learning from choices that maybe we've made in the past that didn't go so well, and making that better for your future. That's a really important thing to do. Speaking of making wiser, more responsible choices, today it feels like summer outside. At the end of this week, it will feel like winter. We're talking like 50 degrees, maybe even like in the 30s or 40s when you're coming to school in the morning. So, do you have the freedom of choice to wear shorts to school on those days? Well, you can choose that, but it wouldn't be a very wise choice. So make sure at the end of this week you are dressing warmly, because in the morning and when you go home from school, it's going to be much colder at the end of this week than it is today. So please pay attention to the weather and dress wisely. All right, so we'll tell our joke of the day. This kind of goes along with the theme for this morning, because I had a friend put one of these in a surprising place in my office this morning when I found it. A toy one, I'll say that. What is a snake's favorite subject? Anybody have any idea? Oh, I hear science. That might be a good one. Or maybe social studies. I hear that. What about history? There we go. Yes, very good. Thank you very much to Paige from Mrs. Flack's class for our joke of the day. We have a couple of Book Fairy nominations, a couple of Book Fairy visits that are coming up. First, to Noah in Mrs. Salzman's class. He'll get a visit from the Book Fairy. Noah is always doing the right thing and stays on task. Way to be a great leader, Noah. And Ben in Mr. LaRosa's class will also get a visit from the book fairy. Ben embodies the word perseverance. He has become fearless with new challenges and never gives up. We are all so proud of you, Ben. Keep pushing your limits. All right, and that's a little note from Mr. LaRosa. So those two friends will get a visit from the book fairy. And then draw a few pledge leaders for tomorrow. Our first one comes from Mrs. Platt's class. Jackson was caught modeling habit 1 by always making great choices and showing kindness to others. He is a responsible and great leader, and he was nominated by Mrs. Platt. Our next pledge leader will come from Mrs. Platt's class. Again, Alex was caught modeling habit 1 by making good choices and following directions the first time. We want to see you continue this rockin' leadership every day. And he was nominated by his teacher, Mrs. Platt. And then our final pledge leader for tomorrow comes from Mrs. Mariquin's class. Mia was caught modeling synergizing by helping another student explain an assignment to a student who was out of the room. Way to go, Mia. And she was nominated by her teacher, Mrs. Mariquin. So, make great choices today and all this week, especially with your clothing choices in the morning. Now, please join our pledge leaders for today.
Good morning.
My name is Sam.
My name is Yosiel.
My name is Sean.
My name is Kyla.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Have a magnificent Monday.